Good morning, everybody.
If you're listening in the morning.
What's up, everybody? Happy Monday. Happy Monday to y'all. Trivia question today.
Okay.
Did you know that today is the second time that Geoffrey Baer has been on that? I ain't got no real trivia question for y'all, man.
There's
I
no
didn't.
trivia.
Huh?
There's no trivia.
Ain't no trivia. It's just straight vibes, man. We getting awkward. It's gonna be a fun one today, y'all. Yeah. So buckle in.
Buckle on, strap in, strap on.
77 flavors of Chicago. Strap up. No.
I don't know. What does that mean?
To get them things ready. Oh. Anyway, 77 flavors of Chicago.
Don't do that. It's Sarah.
And it's Dario.
And we traveled through all of Chicago's 77 community areas. We shared some great stories and took you to our favorite restaurants.
But you know what? There's more Chicago history and food to discover.
So join us as we connect you to the greatest city in the world.
You know why? Because this is 77 Flavors of Chicago. Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, buddy.
This is 77 Flavors of Chicago. I tried to be so TV-esque with that.
TVS?
Yeah.
What is that?
This is American Idol. I was on them vibes. I don't know why I did that.
I don't know if we fit that vibe.
No, we definitely don't. Nah, we kind of do. Randy Jackson, when he was on it.
Oh.
Do you remember Randy Jackson?
Yes. What do you mean?
You kind of young. Shit.
Oh. I mean, on American Idol?
Yeah, American Idol been out for a long time.
Has it? I thought it was like 2004.
When'd you get here?
Kelly Clarkson is the first. There was American Idol in Jordan. We watched that shit.
Okay.
Remember, Jordan is a colony. Well, was a colony. So
okay,
we had all that shit. Not of the United States, but still.
Y'all had a different version of.
No, we had American Idol.
That's right, because it's called American Idol. Y'all got a Jordanian Idol?
No.
Something like that?
Yes, we used to have a show called, well, it was Lebanese. It used to call Superstar. It used to be called Superstar.
I think that they showed that in America.
No, it's Lebanese. It's like Lebanese contestants.
Maybe I'm thinking of something else called Superstar.
Oh, no. I'm so sorry. It's called Star Academy. There we
go. Yeah, I'm about to say Superstars.
And like we watched them 24/7. The channel, it used to be called LBC, which is like Lebanese Broadcast Channel.
Long Beach, California. LBC.
That would be LBCA. But it was 24/7. You watched them.
That is too much.
They were on that channel all the time.
It's too much TV of them.
Yeah.
I mean, American Idol been on TV too damn long. I don't know if anybody like American Idol. Y'all know they need to stop with that. Ain't it almost over? Like, ain't this the final season?
I haven't watched American Idol since Kelly Clarkson won.
Damn. I ain't watched it
I've never seen a full season, if I'm being honest. I don't enjoy that.
I used to watch it. I mean, back when Ruben started, be honest with you, I was just going for the black people.
Yeah,
that's all.
I feel like only a handful of people actually became famous after winning American Idol. So like, what's the point? You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
like
true.
The
Honestly,
stakes aren't that high.
Well, my thing is I don't think they was picking any of the right people. Obviously, the big one was
Jennifer Hudson.
She was the biggest
Kelly
miss.
Clarkson. I also
wait. Who didn't get which one? They didn't get picked.
No, I'm saying those are the people that won. No.
Jennifer Hudson did not get. She got robbed. That's the big story with her. Like who was in her season? How did we get here?
I don't know. You said this was TVS.
Oh, this is 77 Flavors. You know, Ryan Seacrest might be the new Wheel of Fortune host.
For what?
Afterpay subject.
Like Ryan Seacrest needs any more jobs.
Yeah, Ryan Seacrest ain't the same Ryan Seacrest.
But he is executive producer of every damn show.
I mean, but he ain't the same.
He basically, I don't want to say he started reality TV because I feel like the first
Paris
reality,
Hilton did.
I was gonna say the first reality TV I remember was
Ryan Seacrest What did he do with
all of like E Network? Is Ryan Seacrest?
I guess that is reality.
Yeah, he did like the Kardashians, like all of that. I think he Simple Life was like the first reality TV.
He kind of did.
I watched a lot of those.
He did Kelly and Ripper. Kelly Ripper. He did some everything. He did do something. Yeah. That's what they say about me in comedy. I'm like, you know. Anyway,
Ryan Seacrest.
I am. I host the shit out of your stuff. Anyway, y'all, what was the best part of your week this week?
The best part of my week this week. What did we do this week?
Shit, the best part of my week is my personal YouTube is turning up.
It is turning up.
It's turning up, y'all.
Yeah.
That's the best part of my week.
It's really
ain't a lie.
So the feedback has been great.
Yeah. I'm out here vibing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I would say recording this episode was probably like actually
this week,
we went on the hike with Black people outside, and it was snowing, and I've never like hiked in snow.
That was this week?
Yeah.
Damn. What is it? Today is it's December. That's right.
Yeah.
And that was this week. I feel like we done did so much in between.
Yeah.
We did go hiking in the snow, yo.
Yeah, it was so fun. It was beautiful.
You know what the thing is? It ain't been snow on the ground since
Correct. And I won a jacket.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Man, y'all, she just
shout out to Arc'teryx.
Yeah, man, look, she can't just tell the story like that. I don't know if Arc'teryx listening, but we'll give y'all that.
So Black People Outside is hosting the hike, which they're friends of ours, and so I went up to Cam.
Been on the podcast.
Yeah. And I was like, I'm winning this jacket, whether you rig it or I said you should rig it. And he was like, I can't, my moral compass. I was like, I'm going to win this jacket. Like, I'm winning. And lo and behold.
First pull.
Read
the numbers off. You know what's crazy is I wasn't even thinking about like the sequential thing of numbers because he was reading it. I'm like, oh shit, I might win. For the first time, he got to that 0 in the last digit. I was like, come on, 4.
I was 3.
Oh, I completely
lucky number
forgot.
3.
Hey, look, there you go, man. That's manifestation at its finest right there.
For real,
man. Look, I honestly, I was hyped because that shit was a shock to me. That shit was.
That was really fun.
It was fun. It's a dope jacket that you got. That Arc'teryx stuff is pretty high. I'm not gonna say nothing because I want them to be possible sponsors at some point. Maybe, I don't know. So I ain't gonna say too much. But that shit is
they're expensive.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying.
But I will say, like the jacket,
good quality though.
The jacket looks paper thin, but I wore it with like a t-shirt underneath, and it was warm.
They have by far the one of the warmest thin jackets.
Yeah. I'm done. I don't know how.
I don't know how they do. That's voodoo how they do it.
Yeah, for real.
Anyway. Yeah, anyway. I'm trying to think of what else. You know what? I don't think I even told you this. Yeah, so y'all know, been on Netflix, right? And I did tell you. I got an email from somebody saying that we family now.
Oh.
Now come on now, y'all. Like they're like I haven't
related.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, what if you are?
But we ain't. You know, run me some shit. That's if we family. What you doing? Why you rich? Give me some money. That's what they thinking.
Is this the episode you want to talk about this on?
Yeah.
Talk about.
I mean, it happened.
Extortion of
family members. They trying to extort me.
You don't know that. They didn't say money.
They didn't say money. But why are you reaching out to me now?
They want to connect, as family does.
But if they are family and they listen to this podcast, they probably like, damn, that's how you feel?
Yeah.
It is. No, I don't know. That's
not
weird.
Just about you, though, about everyone.
Yeah, for real. For real. Y'all, today, as of now, Geoffrey Baer, WTTW, y'all know, idol of mine. Idol.
Yeah.
He's the reason why I wanted to be a tour guide. I love doing history, all this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
He has released The Most Beautiful Places in Chicago 2. Mm-hmm. Earlier this year, he was on that podcast. What was it? March? April? Yeah. Right around that time?
Talking about part 1.
Part 1. Didn't know it was going to be a part 2. Right. You kind of figured. You was like, well, I mean, there's a little, I don't know how you narrow it down. A lot of places in Chicago. I don't know how you're going to do it, big dog. Well, they figured out a way to do it. This is a 2-part. Mm-hmm. You're going to listen to it and you're going to see it's some dope stuff. We were really dope stuff. We was inside the Glesson house.
Yeah.
Over in Prairie Avenue. And we talked about, that. We talked about his beginnings, y'all. I don't know if y'all know too much about him, but
you're going to learn today.
You're going to learn today.
Yeah.
And also we pressured him for part 3 of this. I feel like you can't do 1 and 2 and not have a 3.
Yeah.
Ain't no AB without a C.
But, I mean.
That don't make no sense. Ain't no C without an AB.
What?
Ain't no C without an AB.
But what does that have? How would that translate to ain't no 1 and 2 without 3?
Ain't no 3 without a 1 and
right.
1 and 2.
Which is not what you're saying.
Y'all know what the hell I'm saying. Y'all know what the hell I'm trying to say. If it's a 1, 2, it's got to be a 3. That's what I should have said.
Yeah.
If
you should say like good things come in 3s.
There it is. You eloquent. Let me go ahead and give you that. That was beautiful.
You give me coins for the most mediocre things.
That wasn't mediocre. That was good.
That's possibly not even a saying.
I give me the most coins for mediocrity. I got power over this thing. Yeah. And the button green. Anyway, y'all, are y'all ready to listen to Geoffrey Baer and talk about some dope? Man, listen up. It's some dope history.
Yeah, for real.
In this, y'all gonna be like, that Glessner house. That's all we got to say.
Yeah.
So, without further ado, go ahead, Geoffrey Baer. We are inside the Glessner house, which it's our first time inside the Glessner house, and this place is beautiful. So, it is absolutely beautiful, and we are here with, again, Geoffrey Baer. Welcome back to the podcast.
Oh my gosh, it's my honor to be back.
Oh, it's my honor.
Stop it.
Here we go again with this. No, but how you been? How's things been since last time we talked?
Yeah, we were at Sears.
Yeah,
Tower.
Look at
Sears Tower. Fine, it's been great.
Yeah.
It's been awesome.
Yeah. Season 1 success.
Oh yeah. So we did this program, The Most Beautiful Places in Chicago, debuted in March, and I gotta say, I can't remember a show that I've done in the many recent years that has had the kind of immediate response that this show had. I just heard so much positive response from the public about this show. I was kind of like taken aback by it.
And I really love that because it's such a refreshing thing to see something so positive be done about Chicago. And there's so much beautiful. I don't know how you picked the set of locations.
Let alone get to season 2.
Right. No, because there's so much. Like there's so many beautiful places that that you covered in the first season, and I'm really excited about the second one.
Super. Honestly, before we get to the second one, right? Before we get to the second one, season 1 was good. We're inside the Glessner house. You've been here
many times.
You've been here. Yeah. If you all don't know, Geoffrey Baer has a pretty dope history. We'll let him tell it about the Glessner house. You kind of got to start here, right?
I kind of did, yeah. I mean, actually, I haven't thought about it that way, but you're absolutely right. The Glessner house, I was just going to check this. I'm going to check it right now. 1886 or 1887?
It's 87.
87.
Yeah.
1887.
All right.
1887.
So the Glessner house was built in 1887. It's at 18th Street and Prairie Avenue, which is now considered the South Loop.
Yeah.
And this was the Gold Coast of Chicago in the in 1887.
Yep.
And it was called the Sunny Street of the Sifted Few. So this is a mansion, a very revolutionary mansion that was designed by an architect named H.H. Richardson. Kind of scandalized the neighbors because it didn't look like a Victorian mansion. They were like, what the hell is that?
Yeah, it looked like a castle.
Right, looks like a stone fortress.
Yeah.
On the outside, not what we're seeing.
Not here. Yeah, it's beautiful in here.
And then my history is that I am a docent. I'm a tour guide for the what used to be called the Chicago Architecture Foundation. Now it's called the Chicago Architecture Center. And back when I did my docent training in 1987, so that is 100 years after this house was built. Wow. And what would that be? 34, 35 years ago. Yeah. This house was part of the Chicago Architecture Foundation, and this is where we did our training to become docents, tour guides. I mean, what I do now is the river tour. I've
beautiful
trained to do many other tours, but I've kind of, because of just time commitment and everything, all I do anymore is the river tour. But when you took docent training back in 1987, when I did it, you trained in this house. And then you were required for your first year of being a docent to give tours of this house and of the historic Clark House next door, which is arguably the oldest house in Chicago. There's a conflicting claim, but we'll get to that. Maybe
actually, I want to ask you about that. Go,
and we would give tours of this house and that house, and then also I would give like the loop walking tours. And you had to do a lot of those tours your first year. as a docent to qualify to be a permanent docent, I guess.
Wow.
And so it wasn't until the next year, I think, that I learned the river tour. So I would have been like 88 or something that I learned the river tour. But I've given dozens of tours of this house, but it was 35 years ago.
Yeah.
So
I was going to say, do you remember any of it?
Yeah.
I remember a lot of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't give a tour of this house
Yeah,
now.
now.
And the house has been so much more fully
Decorated.
restored. Yeah.
Yeah.
$5 million they put into this.
I'm not up to date on all of
Yeah,
it, but
yeah.
the house. So what happened, like when I was, where we are right now
Yeah.
is like bustling South Loop. I mean, there are like condo buildings and loft rehabs and clubs and bars and restaurants and cars. When I was starting docent training here 35 years ago, there was nothing.
Nothing down here. Yeah.
Nothing. I mean, I never even heard of this area. And when I was driving down here, from the Loop, I mean, it was just empty lots and abandoned old warehouse buildings.
Motor Row.
And what?
Motor
Row, which
Yeah.
was all abandoned.
Yeah.
Right.
And then sort of off in that way over there was McCormick Place.
Yeah.
I think Calumet, my memory is that Calumet Avenue over here, a couple blocks over here, was like a gravel road.
Wow.
Because this was all just like industrial and kind of forgotten area. It had been the Gold Coast.
Yep.
And then the sort of filthy, dark side of the city started encroaching on this. We're talking in like the late 1800s, early 1900s. So there was a vice district over there called the Levee. So you had like a lot of prostitution.
Yeah.
And you had bars and gambling.
Old school.
And
saloon style.
Saloons.
Yeah.
And then right over there was the Illinois Central Railroad, and those were like coal-powered, coal-fired train engines.
Soot
so you
and
had
all it.
soot and dirt. And so, there was this mass exodus led by Potter Palmer and his wife to what is now the Gold Coast. The Glessners hung on. They hung on till they died, for decades. As the whole neighborhood, most of these houses, if they survived, were cut up into boarding houses and probably a lot of prostitution and stuff. And a lot of them were torn down. And a lot like what was right over that way when I started being a docent here was like a tire warehouse. You can't even imagine that in this neighborhood now.
Yeah, no.
Like a Duxler tire warehouse or something, not Duxler, some kind of like Goodyear tire or something. The church that had been the Glessner's church, the Second Presbyterian, they had like 12 members or something.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And with, Tiffany windows and everything.
Yeah.
Right.
They had like, and the paint was falling off the walls. And, but, this house was donated, and then this house became like an industrial building. This room was used by I can't remember if it was the Illinois Institute of Technology or UIC, but it was used as like a kind of a laboratory building. There were like or printing or something like that, printing technology. There were just like fluorescent lights hanging by the ceiling.
No, there wasn't.
All over the house. And it was just basically a wreck.
It was a dark room.
Yeah.
It was a big dark room.
Yeah. And then the Chicago Architecture Foundation was founded to save this house.
Wow. That's
so they bought it. They bought it. They saved it. And just little by little over the decades, one of the things that makes this house really unusual is that the Glessner's descendants still had all their furniture. So little by little, they've been returning the furniture, even things like the tiles around some of the fireplaces in the other rooms had been taken down and sent to other relatives, and some of that was sent back.
Wow.
I mean, all this.
How do they get that back? How do they get
How do you get it off?
Yeah, right. Well,
wow. I mean, they've just been over the decades bringing it all back.
Yeah.
I guess this is still such a, we were talking to Bill, and it's Bill Tyre, who's the director and coordinator of events here and things. he was saying that, you know, the love for this house, if the Glessners were to walk back in today, it would almost look as if, you know, that's amazing.
Yeah, he mentioned that their son was a great photographer, and he had taken pictures of all the rooms, and so even the placement of the photos is the same. That's wild.
That's amazing to me. This is our first time being inside of the Glessner house. We wanted to be here so many times, and so I'm glad we're here. But we've oftentimes said that one of our favorite places has been Bronzeville because you got so many old Bronzeville and Pullman, because you got so many of the.
You can step into history.
You can step into the history, and we love that. We love that you can step there. Jane Addams, the whole house, you can step there. Being here with the stuff, and you know that it's original. This might be the coolest.
It's kind of amazing.
It's one of the most beautiful places in Chicago.
And it's in the second show. It's in the sequel that we're releasing. That I guess by now has been released. Glessner House is featured in the show.
Today, and going forward, it's out now. The most beautiful places in Chicago. Season 2.
Yes, creatively titled sequel. The most beautiful place in Chicago.
Yeah.
2.
Hey, look, it works. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Yeah, right.
There you go. So the first one, you know, we had this huge response, and so we knew that you know there would be interest in more beautiful places. Your question earlier, like how could we pick the most beautiful places? The first one was called The Most Beautiful Places in Chicago, intentionally provocative title. Like, could these really be the most beautiful places? Of course they couldn't. We couldn't fit them all in one show. So
didn't know you can clickbait TV.
That is the best clickbait.
Awesome.
Public television clickbait. Yeah, we'll see how that works.
It worked. It
worked. I got you.
It worked.
Yeah. So we've gone out and included more.
Man,
that's
so
awesome.
So what is in this round? You know, what are people going to see? What can they expect this time?
So the show, like the first one, is in kind of 3 acts, and this one there is a certain theme to each act. I would say it's not. We don't like put words on the screen saying this is the theme, but the first act is kind of about amazing art on the walls. I mean, let's just say that. Okay. So you have like these incredible Tiffany mosaics and domes in the cultural center. You know, and then looking around the city at buildings that have amazing ornament, murals, like amazing murals in the city, and this beautiful mosaic that's created by Native American artists under an underpass on Lakeshore Drive.
Oh wow!
You know, like twinkly, sparkly mosaic.
Oh, we've seen it. We've seen it. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
So are all the places that you mentioned on the show accessible for the public? So like once they watch, can they go visit these places?
Almost all. Okay. So then the second act is homes.
Okay.
Like kind of like architecture.
Yeah.
So 2 of them are not accessible to the public. So we have Glessner House where we are now, and that's in the show. And then this insane. He doesn't like people to call it insane, so let's not call it insane. It's this wildly creative house in Aurora called the Ruth Van Sickle Ford House. It's basically like a dome that was created by a self-taught architect and made from like salvaged materials. It's anyone who studies architecture studies this house. I mean, it's a self-taught kind of amazing like creative expression. And then which is not open to the public. It's private residence. And then in Old Town, there's a house by created by this beyond belief artist architect named Edgar Miller. Not Glessner, Glasner. It's called the Glasner Studio. So that's a little confusing. But it's in Old Town, and this artist was this just sort of polymath artist who he did hand carved wood, plaster relief, ceramic tile, stained glass. I mean, it's just this like
all the art
person's like
just it's like imagination just went
creative expression like everywhere you look.
Wow.
And then so those 2 houses are not open to the public. And then it ends with the Chicago Vocational School, which is down by the Skyway, which has this like heroic, like Greek columned entrance, and it's sending a message to people who were going there for vocational training, that we value you and the trades you're going to learn are important and that kind of thing. So buildings in the second act, and then the third act is really nature. So all just a real sort of broad brush of the beautiful parks and the history of all the important history of the parks in Chicago. From the great Frederick Law Olmsted, who designed, and Calvert Vaux, who designed Central Park in New York. And so they do like the big showpiece parks like Jackson Park, Washington Park, Midway Plaisance. The next generation being Jens Jensen, who sort of taught us that native plants are beautiful. People used to think they were weeds, and he was like, no, that this is, we should celebrate our own native type of plants. And then his protege, Alfred Caldwell, particularly the stunning lily pool that's
I love that one.
Yeah.
It's so beautiful.
We forgot to take pictures there this year.
Oh.
So yeah.
Can you imagine?
I know.
Yeah. And then we go all the way to Millennium Park. But we also take a side trip with this photographer who goes up to the top of like the Hancock Building and the Sears Tower and on bad weather days. And he shoots these incredible photographs of all the skyscrapers poking up above the clouds.
Wow. Is it Barry Butler?
It's not Barry Butler. It's Peter Tsai. His name is Peter Tsai.
Okay.
Tsai.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's up, Peter?
They're amazing. His photography is absolutely amazing.
That's awesome.
Oh, wow. I'm sure I've probably seen it on my page somehow.
Yeah.
I love those.
You should interview him.
Peter.
Yeah, okay, Peter.
His name will be like Geoffrey said.
Well, now I'm just sending this clip.
Yeah, no, he'd be good.
Just DM it to him.
Yeah. But very much like the first show, I think, my shows started out 25, 30 years ago as just tours, like me giving you a tour.
Yeah.
I love them.
I know.
But I was the only person who talked, right?
Yeah.
So I'm just giving you a tour.
Yeah.
And they've evolved over the years into shows more where I go out and really engage with people and learn their stories.
Yeah.
And I think more than any show I've ever done, that last one, the first show of these two, The Most Beautiful Places in Chicago, had so much heart. And I think, largely credit to the producer, Bridget Sarno, who worked with Oprah and everything and came in and worked with me on that show. And I think we really worked to get the people and their stories. And that's certainly also a hallmark of this show. You meet these people who really are so invested in the work,
the creativity.
Gunny Harbo, who restored the one of the rooms in two of the rooms at Cultural Center. These Native American artists who did the mosaic under Lakeshore Drive. The owner of that wild domed house in Aurora, Sid Robinson. This amazing, one of the most amazing people I've ever interviewed is a young woman named Deja Perkins, who is a naturalist. She's very young. She's a PhD student, I think, now. And she was raised in the city. She's African American. And she says, well, I didn't know nature existed when I was being raised in the city.
Wow.
Yeah, it makes sense.
And historically, she says she's unapologetically Black in nature. Yeah. She feels that people of color have not always felt welcome or safe in nature, right? And so she took us. She takes people out birding.
Oh wow!
And I went bird watching with her in this little group of very diverse group of people of color. Yeah. And they talk about the power of nature, and that there is nature in the city, and that they're entitled to be there too.
Right. There's a space for them.
Right.
Yeah. And she was she was just wonderful. She was amazing. And Dilla's in the show, and Lee Baer is in the show, and
it's amazing. I do like the progression and change, and coming from somebody that's watched you as long as I can remember, to see how these are more personal. Again, look, here we are right now. Our whole being is, we can research the history all we want to, but it's dope to hear it. You know what I mean? It's dope to hear it and talk to the people and you tell it, and we're still learning. We're students of the game. So
that's what I feel like with every one of these shows. I'm just learning all the
time. Yeah. Right. Why not stop that?
And I mean, yes, the physical beauty of Chicago is abundant, but I feel like the people and their stories is really what makes it.
Yeah.
That is exactly how I have been thinking about the show. Is that the first show I think was unquestionably, stunningly, visually beautiful. And there's plenty of that in this show. But it's the beauty, I think, really comes out of the people that we interview.
Yeah.
Made me cry.
So we know people can watch it. Where can they watch it?
Well, you can watch it anywhere, anytime. Thank you.
Yeah.
You can stream it on. There's a thing called the PBS app, and you can find that on any smart TV or.
We'll link it to the notes
Roku
of this episode,
or Apple TV. You just look for the PBS app, and then you can download. Or you can just stream the shows there, and then we have this. All of our shows have these amazing websites that go along with them. The one for this show is wttw.com/beautifulplaces, which has both shows.
Both shows
folded in. And actually, there's special features, and in this website we have a special feature about birding in Chicago. Birds and the different kinds of birds you can see in Chicago, which I had no idea.
We did not know.
Right.
I mean, it's pretty amazing when I saw what the web team did.
Wow.
I'm like, really? That you can see that in Chicago?
Yeah, right.
I mean, Deja Perkins knows that.
Yeah, right.
Right.
She was so amazing. Like we were out there we were interviewing her on the it's called the Bobolink Meadow down in Jackson Park. It's actually not what Olmsted would have designed in Jackson Park. It's new, and it's a prairie.
Yeah.
And she's like, in the middle of talking to me, and she's like, "Oh, there's a catbird." And she's like, I'm like, you can tell,
That's a bird. That's just a bird.
Yeah. So
that's amazing.
But so you can also watch the show on the website wttw.com/beautifulplaces. You can stream it. You can watch it on your phone. You can watch it on your computer. Anytime, anywhere.
Y'all go ahead. Just watch it. just watch it.
I can't wait.
Yeah. It's out now. I know we are letting this just came out, and we're gonna let this marinate. But any plans for the future? You got to make a trilogy now. You can't just do.
Well, I don't know. We're on to the next.
Okay.
We're doing a show called Chicago Mysteries.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Which is really, really fun.
Is it like spooky mysteries?
Some of them. Okay. There's the Devil Baby that haunts Hull House.
We heard about that.
Yeah, well, I was
baby.
saying the Devil Baby. Oh,
well,
man.
I can come back and talk about all this.
Yes,
There's the Adolf Lutgert. This was the Sausage King of Chicago. And his wife disappeared.
Oh, boy.
And her body was never found.
She's a sausage.
And sales of sausages declined in Chicago after that.
Yeah. Oh, no.
And then her ghost is said to haunt there. So, it was thought that the factory, it's over on Diversity. It was thought that the factory had burned down, but we discovered it's a condo building now. And they let us into the basement. And so we did the interview in the basement, and then we took a ghost hunter down in the basement. And
okay, don't tell us anymore.
So, UFO at O'Hare. There was a UFO sighted above the United Airlines gate C-17 in not so long ago. And totally denied by the FAA and by the airline. But the reporter from the Tribune, John Hilkovich, did a Freedom of Information Act request and got the air traffic control tapes, and they are talking about it. The air traffic control tapes, like it's not air traffic control, it's like ground control.
Yeah.
But they're like all saying, "Did you see that?" Where is it? It's over C17.
I mean, we know aliens are real now, so like,
Yeah,
no
they
point
admitted
hiding
that, right? Yeah. Okay, well,
it's gonna be a fun show.
Yeah, I can't wait. Oh my god, that sounds awesome.
Most beautiful place in Chicago. That's what we're here for. But like that is
that's coming in April of 2024.
Nice.
Okay. Oh yeah, we'll be there for it. As always, Geoffrey Baer, thank you for being here. Honestly,
you so much.
This is now it's a tradition now.
Okay, I'm there. I'm there.
Yeah, any new show release, just let us know. We'll
always
be here. This is interesting stuff.
Yeah,
we thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Yep.
All right, that was amazing.
That was amazing.
But time for food, y'all.
Time for food.
Okay, so I will preface by saying that this is a restaurant in an area that we do not frequent.
At all.
Yeah, so it was like definitely out of our comfort zone, but we did go on a weekday.
Yeah.
To make sure it wasn't too much outside our comfort zone.
No crowd, you could park.
Yeah. If you are in Chicago or from Chicago or have visited Chicago, you might be familiar with Hubbard Street.
Yeah.
Which is literally like where all the clubs and bars and like
it's the Instagrammable social media place.
Yeah, like Joy District and like that stuff like that, where it's all like neon signs and super fun and like fun cocktails.
I guess now Instagram, the most Instagrammable part of the city right now is probably the Chris Kendall Market, or Wrigleyville.
Yeah.
There's one of those two places.
Well, which is also the Chris Kendall Market.
No, well, I'm talking about the one in Daly Center.
I see. Yeah, both of them.
Yeah.
Do you know there's one in Indiana?
There's one in I think Naperville.
There's one in Naperville that I knew about, but I didn't know there was one in Indiana.
You don't think Indiana should be having anything?
Like
you saying it like, damn, they stuck in 1994 or something.
I need someone from Indiana to send me an itinerary for me where I could go and have fun, and then I will apologize on this podcast.
Damn, y'all hear that?
If someone sends me a list of things to do in Indiana over a weekend, and I go and I enjoy my time.
Wait a minute. Damn. Y'all hear this?
And no one looks at me sideways.
She been talking shit about Indiana for like the last 2.5 years.
I'll apologize. To me, Indiana is basically, might as well be Tennessee or Kentucky.
Damn. What they do to you?
The general South. To me, Indiana's the South.
Boy.
I mean, honestly... I'm stopping.
They're not. What went harder, this or me talking about saffron? And
you talking about saffron is just absolutely absurd. Well, because yours is like baseless, is what it is. You know what I mean? Like you don't even know when you have saffron.
That's how irrelevant it is. I'm just playing, y'all. I'm just playing. She walked right into that one. You can't bullshit it. I'm a back of the bus, the Hall of Famer.
Yeah, for real. You can't bullshit a bullshitter. For real.
Anyway, no.
Anyway, let's talk about where we ate today. So we went to Bar-Goa.
Yeah.
And a little bit about history about Bar-Goa, or like what Goa is. Yeah. It is a state in India. Or like a region in India that is on the coast. It was a long time Portuguese colony. And so the food in Goa is a blend of like Indian and Portuguese. Even things like chicken vindaloo, which is like a very popular. It's a.
Do we have that?
No, okay. But it's a popular Indian dish. Is like their interpretation of a Portuguese dish. So there's a lot of Portuguese influence on Goan food or that area of India.
Yeah.
And that's the whole vibe of the place. Super tropical, very like vibe. The vibe is very beachy. Everyone is in floral shirts, like just,
It's a vibe.
It is.
Yeah. Honestly, coin. First of all, this is what I was going to coin, because that's history right there, y'all. Y'all didn't know what the hell Goa was.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, I thought Goa was a type of food or something like that. I knew it was Indian food.
Yeah.
Because I knew it was Indian food.
Right.
Bar-Goa, I thought that was like either terminology or something. I didn't know it was a state in India.
And it is I believe the second largest state.
Really?
No, second smallest state.
I'm about to say.
But it generates a lot of income for the country just because of its tourism. Yeah.
Got you. Okay.
Very touristy, very like party. So it makes sense that Bar-Goa is on Hubbard.
Yeah. And
it's very like a party.
I didn't even put that together. Because I was about to say the inside of it, y'all.
Yeah.
It looked like like you walking into a beach. I say Margaritaville.
Right. Well,
I mean,
disrespectful.
No, it's not. No, it looked like a version of Margaritaville to me. You know what I mean? Like, I mean,
it's way nicer.
Margaritaville is decent. What you mean?
The only Margaritaville I've ever been to was on Navy Pier. That saying Margaritaville to me is like saying Cheesecake Factory. Like I just like don't like. What are we talking about? You know what I mean?
Look, y'all ladies kind of need to calm the hell down with Cheesecake Factory. Look, now I'll be honest. I'll be the first. Cheesecake Factory.
I'm not trying to eat a pasta dish that has 17 sticks of butter in it. Like I'm just like not.
I mean, no, come on, no. I can't.
I also talk shit about Cheesecake Factory, and I haven't been to Cheesecake Factory as an adult.
Oh, you tripping there? Okay, that's like
again to me. It's like eating at Fridays or Applebee's. Or
no,
like nothing,
far from it.
Really, nothing wrong with it at all. I mean, I love a little.
Ruby Tuesday went hard.
I don't know what that means.
If anybody remember Ruby Tuesday, that shit went hard. Anyway, we gonna have to take you to Cheesecake Factory because that shit is fire. Okay. That shit is fire. Number one on y'all list, ladies.
We eat so much good food.
Tripping,
I'm gonna be like,
that's true. No, you won't. That ain't bad. Anyway, this Bargoa. Bargoa.
Yeah, so we were there around like right at the end of happy hour, but they do have a happy hour from 5 to 6, and then from 4 to 6 on the weekends, or on Saturday, I believe. But anyway, we tried a couple different things off of their all day menu. We started off with the Going Crazy sampler, which is a sampler dish,
which is nice.
It's two butter chicken sliders with arugula and pickled onions and fried onions. Wings. I think we got four wings on there, and peri fries with 2 different kinds of aiolis.
Those sliders,
butter chicken slider,
the butter chicken. That man,
wow,
that slider.
That was really good.
Is probably.
That was delicious.
One of the more memorable things this year.
Yeah. And it was like, that's a lot.
That is a lot.
You were on Netflix. You want the butter
One
chicken.
of the more memorable things. Right. Not the most memorable.
How many more memorable things do you think you've had?
Shit, my birthday was lit. You know, going to Italy, going to Mexico.
The butter chicken slider was up there.
Food wise, I should say one of the more memorable food pieces this year.
I'm gonna challenge every time you say if you say an extreme like that.
It was one of the most memorable.
It was great
because here's why.
Yeah,
it's different. But we've had a slider, right? Chicken sliders, of course. You know what I mean? Right. But butter chicken, I've never had butter chicken and it be made any other way.
Yeah.
Like I've only had
slider.
it. Yeah, I've only had it.
Well, you had it as a calzone at Superhana.
Did I?
Yeah, butter chicken calzone.
We had a calzone there?
Yeah.
Again,
that was like 2 years ago.
That wasn't memorable.
It was
and that
so
wasn't this
memorable.
year.
I think about it all the time.
I think about the other food, but I don't remember.
So good.
That was Garib Noir?
No, Superhana.
Superhana. Oh, that's right. Oh, that's right. That's Nick Kindlesberger.
Yeah.
Man, shout out to Nick Kindlesberger. Not even
he's not even
a food critic no more. Damn.
I don't know what he's gonna be doing.
Man, shit. Put us on whatever you do.
He said he's stepping away from food writing.
Yeah, no. We'll figure out something else. Put us I got a YouTube channel. We're talking about tech.
Anyway, we'll talk about tech. The wings were also very good. They're not breaded and fried. They're just fried wings with dry seasoning. No wet sauce on them.
That shit was good.
They were very good. Super seasoned.
Here's what I would say. You get 4 in there. You honestly...
I need like 7 more.
You do. You need, honestly...
And here's the thing. The price of the sampler is $21. I understand where we are in the city, right. I go in with the expectation of paying a premium price because of the area that we're in. And the fact that this is a restaurant group restaurant. Right. So it's obviously going to be pricier, but $21 for 2 samplers, 4 wings and fries is kind of wild.
Yeah. You think that was too much?
The price?
Yeah.
Yeah. I would have been more comfortable with 15.
Oh, man, I don't know. I think
that was a lot.
You think that's a bit much?
Mm-hmm. Or maybe throw one other thing on the sampler plate. You know? They have what do they have? They have these shrimp fried shrimp. Toss a couple fried shrimp on there.
Maybe. I don't know. I feel like that's why am I debating over this thing? I don't know.
The sliders were decent, but they weren't huge.
There wasn't a ton.
there was a decent amount of fries. It's the wings. I wish there was like 2 more. Give me 3 per person.
Yeah, maybe. You got a lot of shit ton of fries though.
Yeah, but that's the cheapest one.
You're right. I don't know. Yeah, maybe it was. Yeah. But all I know.
It was delicious.
I pay that 21 again. I'll do it again. Hey, those sliders, you can order the sliders by themselves, right?
Correct.
All right, cool. Well, as long as I know I can get them by myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, by myself.
By myself.
Yeah.
Cool.
You know what I mean?
Cool.
If anybody learned anything, I really don't like to share when it comes to food.
For real. He does not. And when he does share, I know he like truly loves me because he still does it with like a tad bit of attitude, but he does it.
Yeah,
like,
I do
he'll
it.
Share.
But
you don't want to.
No.
And like I try not to ask too often.
I feel like we just get our own food. You want some? Go get some. Like we can order.
And if
some
I
more.
ask, can I try? He was like, okay, come on. Just do
it. Damn, hurry up before I change my mind. Like shit, this shit looking good.
Yeah.
You think you be asking me mid bite? My mouth be all open and shit.
That's not true.
Ready to eat. Pause again. I mean, what is going on? All right.
All right. Let's talk about the next portion. They do have a mains section that's 4 different dishes. We did not order from that. We ordered from the Indian curries, and we asked our server, what do you recommend? And he said his favorite thing is the butter chicken, which kind of surprised me because butter chicken, I feel like, how can it be better than any other butter chicken? Because not that it's like basic,
because we just had the sliders too.
Right. But he said it's his go-to. I was like, fuck it.
Yeah.
Fuck it. I'm going to say it. Let's do it.
Hey, look.
We're not disappointed.
Shout out to him for one. I don't think y'all understand how fast he answered that question.
Yeah.
Sarah didn't even put a period at the end of that sentence. And he already was nodding his head and saying butter chicken. Like it was like we asked him what would you do for a Klondike bar?
Basically.
And this bad boy, he answered. He was dope as hell too. Quick, efficient. He had stuff going. I think only one working that night. Yep. I mean, at least that we saw. It was a buck.
It was around happy hours. So
yeah. So, but though he answered. That's how good and confident he was in the butter chicken. Y'all. Yeah, butter chicken was fire.
It was great. And then we also got a shrimp dish. Which I'm not saying on the menu right now.
Man, we got that special. Basically, y'all, it was like a shrimp with like another sauce, curry sauce on it.
So it's the name. I know the name of the sauce, and I cannot pronounce it for the life of me.
Just try it.
Well, I can pronounce it, but it's like Recchiado. I don't know. It's a Recheado.
Indianapolis people gonna become Indianians. What are they called? That's a good ass question. Indianians. What
do you call people from Illinois?
Illinoisans.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
But what is Indianians? Indianans? Is that what they are?
Are you asking me? Let me see. I
stumbled across that question right now. I don't know how I got there.
Let's see. What do you call
trying to say this was gonna come
people
for you.
From Indiana?
This is amazing. We do this on the podcast. 2 years.
Huh?
What it's got? It's the Indianians, ain't it?
No.
What is it?
I don't know if this is true. No. It starts with an H.
Hoosiers? Oh. Really? I thought that was like a nickname.
That is a nickname, but that's what they've been called.
I know that's the Hoosier state.
Real name.
Maybe Hoosiers is the name. That's a good. Anybody know? Damn.
Mike, hit us up.
Because I never heard somebody say Indianians or you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I don't know.
Damn, I've heard Hoosiers.
I've never heard of that word before.
You've never heard somebody say that's a Hoosier?
Nope. I try not to think about Indiana.
Yeah, we know clearly. Yeah, that's the most fair answer.
Myself.
Yeah, that's the most fair answer you ever had.
No, that's not it.
Hoosiers, huh?
Yeah, that's it says that's their nickname, and that's what they've been called for centuries.
Right. I knew that. But I guess ain't nobody said no Indianians.
Indianians. We also had an order of the basmati rice, which was perfect. Each grain of rice came completely separated, which is... Do you know what the trick to do that?
No, but okay, I'm gonna
give you some tricks right now. Tips and tricks for the people that stay to the end, because I appreciate y'all. Okay.
Right.
Here's how you get separated rice.
Right.
Delicious, fluffy, every time. No doubt. Okay. I don't measure how much rice I cook. All right. So let's say you have amount of rice. Okay. You put your rice in your bowl, And I have a bowl that my mom got me from Jordan that has little holes in it to drain the water out. But you don't need that. You could do a colander and a bowl under it. Okay. You rinse your rice with hot water, as hot as you can handle, until the water runs clear. Okay, rinse it 3, 4, 5 times, however many times you want. Pick out all the little, pieces of bad rice if you need to, and then soak it in hot water for 20 minutes. Okay.
How hot?
Like as hot as you can handle to touch. Okay, gotcha. Not boiling. Okay. And then you can. My mom sometimes adds boiling hot water, but
when they cook it.
That's the whole point. Is you want to start the cooking process, but then you take your pot, your pan, whatever you're cooking your rice in, and then you add your oil, you add your spices, you toss your spices with the oil to get the fragrance. And if you're not doing any spices, that's fine. Just add your butter, your oil, whatever it is, and then drain your rice and toss it in the oil and toast it.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Toast rice.
Not like in a toaster.
I know that, but
it's just the name.
In the stove?
On the stovetop.
On the stove. How do you toast it? It ain't gonna want it.
Fry it, whatever the fuck you want to call the process. Why are you the name of when I say like toasting spices, it means putting them in a pan over the stovetop. That's toasting spices. Toasting is just like slightly searing on the outside type situation. Whatever. Okay. Anyway, so you toss your rice with the oil until it kind of like all the water is gone from it, and then you just add enough water, and I would say like do an inch above your rice in water, and you cover it, you set it on high until it boils, and then when you see like 3/4 of the water is gone, you turn it down to low and you let it sit until all the water is gone, which is about 25 minutes. Perfect rice every single time. Do not touch it, do not open it, do not make holes in it, do not fluff it. No, it's not. It takes I can make rice in literally, if I'm obviously I'm soaking it for 20 minutes, but after the soak, like in 40 minutes you'll have perfect rice.
And that's crazy.
Max.
That's
the time it takes to make your protein. So
really, okay. I guess you, yeah.
And if you don't have time, soak it in even hotter water. So like
who ain't got time when they making something else with rice? Because like you said, hey, don't something else with rice take longer? Or I ain't never seen rice go with something. Well, I guess rice.
I mean, sometimes you'd like fry it.
Right, fry. Yeah, I was about to say, yeah. I guess maybe that's a short end.
Yeah.
Here's my thoughts about the rice from Bargoa. Y'all, just a heads up, you got to buy that extra.
Yes.
It don't come with it.
Nothing comes with rice.
If I only had one critique of this place, that would be it.
And again, that's the price. Like,
but I'd rather pay $21 for the platter, right?
Yeah, but you pay $26 for the butter chicken, and it doesn't come with rice.
Right. Well, that's the problem.
Which is wild.
That's kind of wild, y'all.
To be honest, you can get just as good butter chicken somewhere else that comes with a huge amount of rice and a lot more chicken.
I feel like
that dish is barely enough for a person.
Yeah, I feel like that's unnecessary to not include.
Yeah. For that price.
You know what I mean? Right. Like that's unnecessary.
And when you do order the side of basmati rice, it is pretty small.
It is.
It's about, I would say, like maybe a cup of rice.
It was good though. I mean, it was good enough. It was good enough.
Nothing was bad.
You know why it was good enough? It was enough because it wasn't, like you said, it ain't like you get a lot of chicken and a lot of shrimp.
Right.
So,
And we ordered, one piece of naan bread was $4.
Damn.
You know what I mean? So like and I understand the area is a premium.
Right.
So I get that. But that is something to keep in mind if you're going to go eat.
Very true. Keep in mind.
Like two of us, we didn't even have drinks.
That's an experience.
You didn't have a drink, did you?
No.
Yeah. We didn't have drinks, and I think our bill was like over 100.
95.
Yeah.
With 100, like 100 120 almost with tip.
So that's a lot.
Yeah, that's a lot.
For like a regular.
It's a lot.
Yeah. But if you have someone coming in from out of town and you want to show them something different or whatever, sure.
Big thing is though,
I personally wouldn't go back.
Damn, okay. The food was good though. It was good.
Yeah. I just wouldn't go back just because of the price. Because you can get good Indian food for way cheaper.
Right.
Way cheaper.
Right. Right. It was
but it was great.
Good. Yeah,
the food was really good.
That was like the first time I've been on Hubbard. No, we been on Hubbard Street doing. I did a fucking photography job.
Yeah.
Right across the street.
Circe? No.
Series.
Celeste.
There it is.
Circe was our first restaurant ever on the podcast.
Series, right?
Series.
Yeah.
Damn, it's been a minute.
It's been a minute. 2.5 years.
You good there, boss?
Man, I tried to hold it in.
Had I done that shit, you would have been like, get your nails off before the podcast.
I tried. Almost my eyes watering and shit.
Damn. All right. Well, that is all we have for you today.
Yeah, buddy.
If you did enjoy this episode, please send it to someone you like. That's the best way to support us. There will be a better way to support us coming soon, but not yet.
That's right.
Make sure you check out the WTCW website for all of the information. Stream this dope-ass show for free.
Yeah.
And learn more about Chicago, because why the F not?
Right. Shout out to Geoffrey Baer coming in here a second time.
Yeah,
hey, man,
real.
you only 3 more away, Geoffrey, from being beating
Shot Food
Local.
Yeah.
Yeah. Byron Gate, watch out. 77 places. We out. We gone.
Thank you so much for listening to today's episode, and we hope you loved it.
And if you could, please follow us on social media at 77 Flavors Shy on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and Twitter.
If you have any ideas or deep dives that you'd love us to do, please contact us at media@77flavorsshy. That's the number 77 flavors and shy for Chicago.com.
If you like visuals, please subscribe and follow and watch us on our YouTube channel at the same thing, 77 Flavors Shy, or search 77 Flavors of Chicago.
If you would like to support us monetarily, go ahead and click that Buzzsprout link in the description of this episode.
And as always, we gonna see you next week. Peace.